Hello, how are you guys? Can you hear me? I think everything is good. Okay, let me check settings. I'm alone today. I'm alone. What happened? What happened? How, Carlos? I can see you in the chat. Hello. How are you? I'm going to give people a few minutes to join. Get the best part. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? How cannot be here with us today for personal reasons? He can tell you if he wants to in the chat. But well, he told you on Twitch, so I can say it. He had a daughter. He's his father now, so well, he has to take care of the little girl, and so can't be with us today. I'm sorry for you. You'll be alone, trapped here with me. And let me check. I think. Yeah, congrats, how everyone on both Twitch and YouTube. I'm the one trapped. Okay. Well, that means that Hauk is out. I'm, as he said, on charge of everything. So you're trapped with me in the game too. Yeah, we could have made the first code Daddy How, but we didn't. Missed opportunity. Actually, the current Yumi event, I made the balance, so I think it's harder than it used to be. So someone said, "What the fuck, level 25 or something like that." But hey, I was able to beat it with no issue. So maybe it's me, but I think I was generous. Well, let's see. Let's take a look to the calendar and what's coming next. You can start making your questions, and we will then take a look and answer all of them as usually. First of all, welcome to you all who are already here in on Twitch, on YouTube, on X. I hope you have fun with me today. I'm sorry. And let's bring a lot of questions and answers as usually. And let's start first taking a look at the calendar, and let me give you the first answer, because some people on Discord asked why there's no Freya event when Lilith event is coming. And it looks like there was a little mistake there. There will be a Freya event the week before Lilith, and probably Jade event while the Lilith event is also live. So we will update the calendar tomorrow. Sorry for the mistake. Don't worry, you will have your Freya shards, your chance to get more Freya shards. And well, the content update is coming next month too. And I'm not sure if Hauk left some balance notes or something for me to do. Otherwise, I might improvise something. Who knows? Freya's event will be harder than Yumi's. Yeah, yeah. Yumi's was too easy, I think. I didn't I didn't bring enough strong characters. I put bosses and increased the stats, the stats modifiers, the bonus damage and all of that, but still not enough for players. I think no one complained, but one or two people who were maybe surprised by the level 25, but otherwise than that, there were no many complaints. So I have to make it harder. And well, Alex is with me, of course, in the backstage and bringing those questions up. And the first one is by Knuckles in YouTube. Important question: would be more glasses girls in the future? I don't know. Well, Naya Mai has this monocle or whatever it's called in English. But I don't know. I think there are no more glasses in future girls for now. We will have to forward that suggestion to the art team. You can leave a post in the suggestions channel in Discord and encourage people to upvote it. We will listen to you. And another question, is the Angel faction going to be the last to be completed after Raiders? Yes, when the Raiders are all in the game, and that will be, well, next month comes the last Raider. Opal, no, well, not next month. It's the end of August. I'm always I'm already talking like it's September, but in September we bring the last, well, the epic raider. I'm sorry, who is Opal. I don't know if we had shared this name before, but you might know her from the Eros Riders game. And in October, we will have. I don't remember if I have already checked October's calendar, but I think that in October, Portal should be next the next Celestial Girl. And are these two going to be the last faction ever made? No, nah. We have more factions coming. We don't have plans at the moment to stop bringing new content into Eros Fantasy, so don't worry. There are more girls, more factions coming in the future. So no, these are not the last. What's the prince's secret name? You'll have to ask Lilith, our narrative designer, because I have no idea. I'm sorry, but I can't answer that. I don't even know if there's a secret name for the prince. But I hope so. By the way, someone asked before, don't worry, Alex, but someone asked, is it your first solo stream? Not really, not really. Well, I have streamed myself some games, video games, and RPG games I play with friends. So not my first stream, although I'm a little nervous, but that's something normal in me. And now, Alex question Sheldon question actually. Is event difficulty related to story progression or player level? The first. Your current chapter is what determines how the dynamic difficulty assigns enemies levels, ranks. So it's something that might be better to be linked to player level. I don't know, but it's much easier to link it to story progression, because that's how well we know what enemies you can beat. Like if you're in chapter 23, then you have beaten all of chapter 22. So it's easy to beat if we put enemies in events at the same level or similar level to chapter 22 in this example. So that's why we're doing it like that. And I don't think we will change that, although it might be strange, because some people usually on Discord say, I'm not sure if I should beat the current story chapter. I think I can beat it, but that would make events harder, so it might not be worth it. And well, I don't know. It's your choice, I guess. But yeah, if you beat one or two story chapters, you will find a suddenly a sudden increase of difficulty in events. But also those come with greater rewards. So, well, I mean, rewards are also dynamic. So the harder the event, the better the rewards. I think that even if you are not able to beat the whole event, you get better rewards if you are able to beat, like, I don't know, 25 levels of the next difficulty. The overall rewards are higher than if you beat the 30 levels of the previous one. So I think that even if you're not able to beat it, it's still worth it to keep pushing the story. Well, I'm sorry, but we have the first code. I guess you have already seen it, unless you're all in only voice mode or something like that. The first code is by August and brings some celestial shards. So go and take it. Oh, and give me a second, because I haven't redeemed those yet. So I'm going to do it too. I felt that a while ago when I pushed from chapter 15 to chapter 23. Wow. Why were you in chapter 15 to start with? I mean, 8 chapters. I've been stuck in 19, in 21. I think I'm in chapter 22 at the moment. But if you are able to jump to chapter 23, maybe you should have done it before. Okay, bye, August. How it works. Oh, by the way, Salathiel has glasses too. I forgot. Okay, next question by Duncan. Hi, Duncan. Are there any plans on adding more people to older factions? As there are only 5 mermaids, feels kind of underused. Yes, we have plans to include at least one more character in each team or faction. We would like to have a mythic character for each faction. So we would at least have that additional mermaid, and that applies to any other faction. From there, I don't know. I guess we could put more mermaids or Zephyr or Phoenix. I don't know. We will see. For now, we find it more interesting to bring new factions. So there are no plans to include more characters for now, except for the mythic. But Who knows? In the future, we will see. Rapid fire questions. Yeah, I was expecting this. Dates, temple, mythic, we just talked about. Well, in the content update of September, we will bring a new feature into the game. That's the plan. And it's none of this one. It's none of the mentioned. I'm going to go with it and hope for it to be fully developed. We're bringing the localized Eros Fantasy translation to some languages in the September content update. Dates, we hoped for them to be ready for September and for the content update. But well, Hawk's fatherhood. I don't know the word, but changed the calendar a little bit, because that means that now I don't have so much time for programming, because I have to take care of all the live ops, and that takes a good amount of time. So dates are in a state that they're almost fully developed. We have found some bugs that we have to fix, but it shouldn't take much time. But also with the global launch of Eros Raiders, the narrative designer has been really busy. And so I think they haven't had the time necessary to make all the dates and the narrative structured changes that we need to do for the feature to be completed and ready to be deployed. So I can't give you a final date yet. I can only tell you that we will do it as soon as possible. I will try to fix all those bugs during September, and I hope that our narrative designer Lilith has time to, well, can find the time to do all of those changes we need to do for the dates feature during this month. Now, when things calm down, now that Raiders is launched. So I'm sorry that I don't have a final date, but as soon as possible, promised. And well, around temple and mythic obtaining, that will come after dates. Temple is probably gonna be developed right after the dates feature is out, if I'm not wrong. As Hauk is not here today to correct me, I can say whatever I want. But I think that temple is the next feature, so it would come right after dates. And well, I can only tell you that dates has been really slow, as you can tell, to develop. It has a lot of things because it involves all of the departments. We needed a lot of programming for that feature. We needed a lot of art for the new H scenes that are coming with the dates update, and we needed a lot of narrative. And this especially has been taking a lot of time because as we are also reworking the old dates, we are we need to restructure them into the different model. You know, you won't need to beat levels like you are now to unlock dates. So it doesn't make that much sense to have the date structure and maybe even narrative that we have in the current dates. So changing that takes a lot of time, and so it's being something slow. Next features will take a much shorter time to be developed. So we can expect bringing quite a lot of things in by the end of the year and next month. And that's it. Nice question, Sala. Thank you. When's Rosalind Hein Jnuts getting promoted to mythical? Well, I think it's the moment. Now that Hawk is out, I think it's my moment to change this to mythical. We can have a mythical Rosalind. Would be nice. I'm in charge. Hawk is going to come back to Game on Fire. And okay, Sheldon asking, any plans on expanding on the dark and light elements? I think there are no current plans for this, but I guess so. I hope that we can bring more dark and light characters. So it's not only Dragonhearts and Celestials, but I think there are no plans for characters out of these two factions, because we are fully focused right now on Raiders and ending the Celestials team. So we will see what comes after the Celestials. New element. I don't think so. There haven't been any conversations about a sixth element or anything like that. We actually had the 5 elements in the game since the beginning, and it's been like 2 years until we brought the first dark character, and 2 years and a half or so until we brought the first light character. So I think we have some work to do there to increase the light and dark characters before thinking of a sixth element. So no. Do we have any updates for the corrected translation we had for Eros Raiders? I'm not aware of this. I don't know. I guess they might be working on it. I don't know. I don't have news on this. But let me seize the moment to to say that as we are bringing translation into Eros Fantasy next month, hopefully by the end of the month, we might need help too. So we might ask our players for help with German, French, and I don't know what languages we will include in the first translation update, let's say. But we might ask you for help in exchange for rewards, of course. On time, as Eros Raiders grows, will it get its own AMA stream, or will both be combined? I don't know. I think it's... I think there's enough content and questions and answers and things to talk about in each game to make separate AMAs, or AMA. In Spanish we say AMA, and excuse me. So I think they will be separate, but I don't know. We haven't talked about that yet. The Raiders team is fully focused on bringing the first game events and fixing bugs and listening to you guys' suggestions. So they haven't thought of that yet, as far as I know. Quickie. Barachi and Rafaela shards with next code. I don't know, Alex. Can we share the next code and let's see. Futa futa, 350 gems. And yeah, it's true. I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Hawk. But we will do an AMA for Eros Raiders in Nutaku Discord this September. So even if it's not in our channel or own channel, there will be an AMA soon. So if you're not in the Nutaku Discord yet, you might be interested to join and check that AMA announcement. I think it's around September 20 or something like that. 23 maybe on Monday. Yeah, futa futa. When futa? Raiders first, says Hawk. Yeah, we promised Eros Futa 2025. So next year. Not sure if you said earlier, but which faction will get its legendary? Raiders first. We're going to bring all raiders first, and after they are all in the game, we will continue the Celestials events. Nice code. Did the code stole the question I was about to ask? I'm not sure. What question? Let me check just in case we skipped something. Right above that, just a little reminder, maybe lleno de paz. Lleno de paz. We talked about this at the start of the stream. We will update the calendar tomorrow. There are events along with Lilith. We will have Freya and probably Jade during the Lilith, the previous week and during Lilith events week. Just in case someone wasn't here at the start of the stream, we will update the event calendar tomorrow in Discord. And now, Rafiki, should we have the element of surprise? What do you mean? Is this a Witcher reference? Element of surprise. No sixth element yet. We have spam. It's true, we have bots. Whoa, we're famous. Right. The moment bots come to your stream, you know that you're doing something good. Well. if you can, I don't know if you can ban them, Alex. I can't. Make a quick check just in case you can. Count name for French. Okay, thank you, Rick's up. Appreciate it. We will. Well, I don't know how Raiders did this, but we will send you some kind of, I don't know, Excel probably spreadsheet, Google spreadsheet. So you're able to review all the texts. Expect some like 50,000 lines spreadsheet. I hope you don't regret offering your help. Okay, let me check what's the next question while Alex is trying to ban those bots from Twitch. Will there be a recap for those who weren't able to take part in the Raiders event? Well, I don't know. Hauk knows more about that. Rafiki asks, will it be also stream on YouTube or Twitch? I don't think so. It's held by Nutaku in their Discord, so I'm not sure if they stream it anywhere else, but I don't think so. Most likely it will be only on their Discord. So that's why you might be interesting to join it, in case you haven't yet. I thought Lilith won the poll. Nope. Lilith was the most voted. The most people voted her, but Patreon's votes have different weight depending on their tier, the tier they are subscribed to. So after doing the weight votes count, Jade had more votes. I think it was a close votation, but but Jade won. So sorry, Lilith will have to wait. How do we think Spanish Inquisition reference? Oh, okay. How did I get that with the element of surprise? Okay. How do we get Chloe? Well, at this moment, you can't. If I'm not wrong, Patreon rewards include Chloe shards, but for now, that at this moment, that's the only way you can get shards from Chloe. We still have to think how to rework the mythic obtaining method, but we hope to bring it, I don't know, maybe October, maybe November. So Chloe is unobtainable for now, unless you subscribe to Patreon. But it will take a while until you unlock her from Patreon. Is level 190 coming on new content update? I'm not sure. Hauk might be able to answer that if he's still here. I still have to check the notes he might have left for me. Yeah, left for me for that content update. I haven't been able to talk to him about that yet, or check the task. So I'm not sure what's coming exactly in the content update. As usual, we'll bring more story chapters. We will bring the translation update and probably some more things, but I can't remember right now. Okay, Google Sheets, yeah, for Eros Riders, Google Sheets, yeah, we are using the same system, so it will probably be done the same way. You're used to translate games. You work on that, or? This is Fantasy Stream, but will there be a backlog of rewards for Raiders Patreon rewards? What do you mean a backlog? I'm not sure if I understand this question. But I mean, if you're subscribed to Patreon, you will get rewards on both games. If that answers the question, and actually, it's a great deal, I have to say. Like, if you're subscribed to the $10 tier, you get $10 worth of gems in Eros Fantasy. And if I'm not wrong, also $10 worth of stellas, which is the equivalent of gems in Raiders. So you're actually getting $20 worth of rewards, plus more things like close shards in Eros Fantasy, wild shards, and I think that's even more things in Raiders. So it's the end of the month. In 3 days, you will get those rewards. It's the best moment to subscribe to our Patreon. I don't know if that was a question. Let me check. Okay, for people who have been subbed whilst waiting for it to release in our local country. I don't know. I haven't talked to them about that, so I'm not sure. That would be a question for the Raiders team. Okay, Sago asks, will you be the one dealing with upcoming portal stages? Would be nice if we got a bit more changes. Yes, I will do the... Well, I think Hawk was planning, was already planning the Opal portal, so I'm not sure if he started working on it before his child was born, but I will keep. I will continue where he left, and so yes, I will. I will finish the portal stages. I will try to to improvise things and make it a little more challenging. We will see how it works. But yeah, I'm aware that some of you mentioned that this last portal was pretty much the same than the previous one, and I agree with you that it makes it less interesting. It makes it kind of boring, we could say, because you already know how to beat those team compositions. So we will try to bring more changes and more combinations and strange things. Why not? Any chance for the choose rival screen to include whatever affinity or team bonus to total team toughness number? There are no plans about this. We are aware that the power information is not that useful because well, it happens many times that you see like 400,000 power and you enter, you say, oh, how low, and you enter and see 2 units at level 180 and 2 versus 5, they destroy you. Okay, how funny. But so yeah, we are aware that the power information is not enough to decide if you're going to be able to beat that rival, or if you should try for a refresh or go for another one. But well, as you can press the fight button, enter the party selection, and go back if you don't like that rival with no cost. I think it's not that terrible, even if you have to enter and check the rival's team to decide if it's worth fighting or not. We might think of it. You can post, as I always say, in suggestions, and if enough people upvote it, we might consider making some changes there. Who's your favorite character in the game? I don't know. What was the last one? I have to change it. I don't know. I've been really enjoying Carolina lately when using her in my fights. So she has ranked up out of nowhere. But my favorites are still Salathiel, Evelyn, So the two with glasses, actually. And Olin. Also Oana. I have a lot of favorite characters. It's getting to a point it's hard for me to choose. Two Daphne, yeah, two Daphne, two Chelsea, and one Valeria. Might be level 300 in Portal. Now I will put 5 tanks with increased by 500%. I mean, life points increased by 500%. And watch you all rage on the time limit. Okay, I'm sorry. Next question by Slow Dog K. Is there a possibility of adding a skip mode in challenges? It's been suggested before, and we have some ideas for this. We know that it's like it's a waste of time, because if you have beaten level 10, you are more than capable to beat level 8 with probably a single character. Like right now, I think I'm beating a challenge, a skill challenge. I'm sorry, with only Daphne up to level 8, if I'm not wrong. But so it's a waste of time having to beat levels 1 to 8 if you're already capable of beating level 10. So we have some ideas like something like that. If you have beaten level 10, then you start at level 7 or level 8, so it's not that much of a waste of time. A skip feature would be hard for us because we don't have any way to calculate the end of the combat automatically. So a skip would be buggy, probably, failing at some scenarios where you should be able to beat it, and vice versa. So a skip feature is unlikely to happen, but something like that, just having to beat 2 previous levels, or something that way, might be more reasonable. We will see. You can check the suggestions. I'm sorry I repeat myself, but you can check the suggestions channel and put your ideas there. Any chance there will be changes to portals, legendary rules to limit the use of Daphne? I don't know. I've heard that most of you use only Daphne or something like that. I don't know. We might include more limits, or maybe a banned Daphne portal. Why not? Just to see how it works. I don't know. I will think of it. What determines possible rivals in PvP? I think it's... I can't remember, honestly, but I think it's something like it takes... if you have 2,000 trophies, let's say, it takes plus 200 and minus 200 or something like that, and takes random 3 randoms from, like, I don't know, one to be hard, like from plus 100 to plus 200. I get 1 random player from there. It's something like that. I can't remember, but I think it's something like that. Was there a code yet? There have been 2, and it might be a good moment for a 3rd code, which is right here, right here, which brings 15 jade shards Jade Enjoyer. Be careful with this code. There's only one E between Jade and Enjoyer. Nice transition. Yeah. How many people is going to fail when introducing this code? I hope I could check. I hope I have some statistic to count that many people. Okay, any chance to add team slots? Kind of flow to change all the 5 characters. Yes, this is something that might be interesting, especially in Portal, because many times you have to change characters to counter the opponent's team element, and like you have a green wind element, and you find the enemy team is fire, so you change all 5 characters to water, and suddenly next level is wind enemies, and you say, come on, and you have to change all 5 characters again if you always want to beat or to use or to take advantage of the elemental weaknesses. So it might be interesting for that kind of situations. We will see if we can implement it. I think it shouldn't be that hard. So it's an interesting suggestion, and we might put it into the game at some point. Let's see if there are more questions. Do we really want grumpy people or what? I failed. I knew it. I knew it. I told Alex. She makes the codes, and when she sent me the codes, I said, "You love creating traps for people to fail codes." In every AMA, I have some ticket open of someone who introduced too many failed codes because of reasons, I guess, and I have to manually remove that limitation. So I knew someone was going to fall into that trap. Can you make the coupon code automatically upcase? I don't know. I actually thought it was. I can't remember. Maybe it's natural, but and I introduce it with caps lock on, but I thought it was. If it's not, I will check it because I think it should be possible. I don't know. I will take note of this. Thank you for reporting it. I guess it's how didn't I know this after 3 years in the game? Force upcase in codes. Okay, I will check it. It's a feature? Yeah, I thought it was. I I honestly did. What percentage of people average across all the server finish any given portal? Not that many. Not that many. I have. Let me check. I have that statistic. I'm going to take a look, but not that many. Like I don't remember, but well, I usually look at server 1 and top 100 are usually completed. I mean, usually complete portal, but it's not much more than that. if I'm not wrong. It was, I remember I checked one portal and it was like 180 people in server one, something like that. It doesn't seem to be working right now, the statistics dashboard. Okay, right now there are 750 people across all servers that have completed portal. And the total of players playing portal is 7,000 more or less. So 10%. And it's about to end, so I don't think it will grow much more. So 10% more or less. Let me check. I don't know where I was. Please add Rafaela Raja shards. Dude. We will see. There are 2 codes remaining. We are not going to change them. So if there are shards, we will see. But you will have a chance to get shards for those 2 characters. Don't worry. Don't worry. Another working, it's a part-time hobby. The translating games from Rixop. Okay, that's cool. It's great helping communities, games communities. So it's awesome. Okay, where are we? I hear 2 voices behind Eclipse saying Alexandra and May. With favorite characters. No, Alexandra and May, nah, not that much. May is for Hawk, yeah. What? Code for 1 shard? No. Vivan would kill me. Okay, 4th code, Thirst 29. This one is not a trap, but someone might fail. If I remember correctly, I wasn't able to finish the first one. Otherwise, all the others were done. Yeah, I think, well, it's not that hard to beat Portal. I think if you are active, I don't play that much. Usually, like I enter the game once or twice a day, or more twice than once, and play for 15-20 minutes, bit dailies in the morning usually, and I don't push Portal that hard. Like playing twice a day and dedicating like 20-30 minutes, maybe a little bit more in the first or second Portal push, because at the start it's easier to push forward. And I'm usually always able to beat it in the last minute. I finished the Portal today right before the AMA. So I mean, playing not that much, I'm able to beat it in time. It's true that I'm playing server 1. I have every character unlocked with good ranks. Like it might be easier for me than for a new player. I understand that, but well, actually, it's. I mean, if there are, well, no, there were 700 people, but more than 100 are from server 1. So I mean, the most of the people who have completed Portal are from the first servers, because they have it easier with ranks and But well, as you only need to beat level 250 to see all of the narrative, it's not really necessary to beat level 300. So I don't see that as a problem. But it's not that hard, I think. The first one, I was missing a good Martina. Yeah, Martina is actually very important in Portal. And in the first Portals, there were not legendaries. So I think. Can't remember. Yeah, server 1 also has more populations. More population. So that also is important. Oh, Chloe was allowed in the first one. It's true. It's true. There were no legendaries, but there was Chloe. How J-Nuts raged when we removed her. Okay, Stago has a new question. Are you planning to just release servers into infinity? Server 40 at some point? Well, yes. I mean, of course, we won't reach infinity at current rate of new servers. We usually open a new server every 2 or 3 months. Wait, what happened? Okay, every 2 or 3 months. So we are at server 10. So to reach server 40, we would need to be online for 30 more months, which is like another 2 or 3 years, more or less. We now open new servers every 2-3 months because of server population, basically, not because of, well, the time span also is a determining factor, but if more people enter the game, more, I mean, if we had a peak in the new players ratio, we would increase the new servers frequency. But for now, I guess it will keep like that, 2-3 months for each new server. Well, so infinity is quite far from here. but yeah, we will keep doing it, and merging servers is not an option. I think the whole point of servers being separated is that people can enter a new environment, let's say, where you can compete. Like everyone is starting from scratch, starting at level 1. So it's your chance to be in the top. So merging people who started at very far times. I don't know how to explain. I guess I hope you get the point. But if we merge server 1 people with server 2 people, whoever is top 1 at server 2 would suddenly get to maybe top 50, and that would be unfair. So I don't think we will ever merge servers. Any new art character reveals? Well, of course. I mean, I think we have done it in every AMA so far. So this won't be an exception. Alex has something prepared, if I'm not wrong. Well, I hope so. I hope he's prepared. So let me check if there are any other questions. Oh, it will be at the end. Okay. So it's going to be a dramatic ending. Okay. What about adding H scenes to the portal? It's not planned. Like, I mean, portal is meant to be a way to release a character and to compete to get most shards if you reach top 1. But even if that character has an H scene, which usually happens, that H scene is in the story. So, well, we don't have a new H scene each month, even if we have a new character each month. But then the chapters 26 and 27 that are coming in the next content update have H scenes for the characters that were released in portals for Dragon Arts, I think. Well, Raiders is like a separated storyline, let's say, but that comes in story chapters usually. So I don't think there will be H scenes in the portal. Who was your personal favorite person to design? Personal favorite person to design? What do you mean? Could you please explain, Duncan? And let me read if there's anything else. Yeah, would be, Sava says, would be kind of funny if you could get promoted to a higher server if you are in top 10. But suddenly you would get to top 50% and get nothing. So any chance of adding a speed attribute? Well, there's a speed attribute that affects basic attacks, and for special attacks we use energy. Each special has its own energy requirement. Well, of course, the max energy of each character is determined by the energy cost of the special. But that's the speed of the special, and there are some characters who add energy to their allies, for example. So that's how we implemented speed for special attacks. But I don't think there will be another attribute for that. If anything, there would be more characters or more ways to increase or decrease the energy of allies or enemies, but not an attribute. Not exactly an attribute. And next one by Sheldon. Oh, let me see. Okay. Looking forward to the new dates. Me too. How do you plan on releasing the dates? If it's okay to let us know. I don't know. I don't have all the information about this. The basic idea is to release a good amount of dates when the feature comes out. And then we will be releasing, I mean, we have like, I can't remember the number, but a lot of dates already done and almost ready. We haven't been releasing them because we didn't like the current date system, so we have been storing them until this new feature comes. So there are a lot of H scenes, and of course releasing all of them at the same time would be maybe too much. So we plan on releasing maybe half of them. I don't know. I am improvising this, okay? I know the general idea, but we might release half of them when the feature comes, and the rest of them, I don't know, maybe one each 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. I don't know. I don't have this information. That's up for Hawk to his. I mean, he's the one in charge for live ops and game design progression design. So I don't have that information, but it will be something like that. And Sago has another question. Could you ever consider scaling portal rewards? Yes, we have thought of this because well, it's not final. What I'm going to tell you is something we have talked about because of your suggestions. We have read in Discord. You have talked about this in Discord, as far as I can remember, and I think it's something interesting because in server 1 it might make sense for the top 1 to get enough shards to get the character to rank, I don't know, 12 or something like that, instead of what they get now, which is maybe, I don't know, but I think it's rank 8 or maybe 9. I'm not sure. Because in server 1, if you get the new character up to rank 9, is like, okay, rank 9. See you in 6 months when I can rank you up to 14 or 15, which is where I have the rest of my characters. Like, it doesn't make sense to use her in any game mode because she's much weaker than the rest of the characters that I have. So it might make sense to increase the first server's rewards to balance better where the new character gets when you get, especially if you get top 1, top 2, you know. So it's something that we're still thinking of, but I think it's a very good idea to scale portal rewards. At least, maybe not all rewards, but at least shards. What did you make for dinner? A sandwich. I get a sandwich before the AMA. Otherwise, I would be starving. So a quick sandwich always works. Okay, well, that was the last question. I'm going to give you like 5 minutes if you want to ask something else. What kind of sandwich? I don't know how to say that in English, but well, it was sausages and something else that I don't know how to describe. So meat sandwich, let's say. You can have an infinite backlog. Go ahead. Thoughts on peanut butter banana? I haven't tried this, but peanut butter is very good. Is too good, actually. Like, I think I got a little fat a few years ago because I started eating those like every day, and my body noticed it. Say it in Spanish. Well, okay. It's chopped de pavo. Chopped de pavo.
¿Qué?
El bocata que me he hecho.
Ah.
My wife is in the other side of the room, and she just said, "What? What the fuck? Why are you saying chopped de pavo in the stream?" Yeah, it's turkey, but why he's hungry again? Yeah, I'm always hungry.
No.
You started Spanish on Duolingo. Okay. How's your streak going? Yo soy encansado. It's not going very well. I have to say. 6 days. Okay, that explains things. I started learning Italian. I find it very beautiful and quite easy because it's very similar to Spanish. And I got to around 200 days streak. And then I lost it a weekend that I couldn't use my phone. It was 2 or 3 days because I went out with some friends for a journey. I don't remember where. It was a few years ago, and I lost my streak, and I stopped learning Italian. Like it's terrible when you lose your streak. You feel suddenly you feel like, oh, I don't want to keep doing this. But hey, keep going. Spanish is a very beautiful language too. So keep going with it. Go for a 200 days streak. What's the first thing you're gonna be programming after being done with dates? Well, we mentioned it before, but it's probably gonna be Temple. I'm not 100% sure. I have many things in the backlog, many things I want to do, many things we should have done earlier, maybe. There are many suggestions by players that are very interesting. Like, I don't know, this mentioned in this AMA team presets and that kind of things. Suggestions waiting for 3 years. Combat log. Yeah, combat log is a hard one. That's the problem. Because we need to store information in both players, and that's a little delicate, let's say, in PlayFab. So it's a hard one. Biggest bottleneck in development. I wouldn't say there's a bottleneck right now. We all more or less work at the same rhythm and work in parallel in the same features. Most of them are developed. I mean, like, we need more dates. So I do the programming, I do the coding, artists do the H scenes, the narrative does her thing, and more or less usually we end at the same time. So I think there's not a bottleneck really. Dates was a bad example maybe because narrative had too much to do, but it's not that it was a bottleneck, but just a punctual or isolated problem because many things needed narrative at the same time. So that's not usually what happens. The saga suggestions last. Yeah. I better do. And well, there was a question, kind of question. How do we decide what to do next? Now, like there are many suggestions in Discord. So how do we choose what to do next? Basically we take into account two things. First of them, and maybe the most important, how many upvotes does the suggestion have? Like, if there are, so that's why it's important that you go to the suggestion channel and upvote things that you like with the EB emoji. because that's one of the factors that we use to decide what to do next. If there are 3 people that want theme presets, then it's not worth doing it. So go and upvote every suggestion if you want to. And the second one, of course, it's how much time will it take us to develop it. We have a plan, we have a roadmap of what things do we have to develop. And right now, as you know, we have a lot of delays. Dates should have come into the game maybe 2 or 3 months ago. Same goes with translations. So right now we are not implementing any suggestions because we are too busy with these things. But when we are in a more relaxed, let's say, path, that's what we do. We take Polish Friday, we say, like Friday is the day to polish the game and do things that we think that will improve the game feeling or the UI, or implement any suggestion that some player has. So on Fridays, you was it's not Poland. It's not Poland. It's that's I don't know if in English that expression makes sense, but I think it does. But it's Viernes de Pulido in Spanish. That will be Polish Friday, but so that's what we used to do before getting all this huge amount of work in programming, especially. So on Fridays, we would go and check the suggestions channel and see, okay, what can we do in a day of work? And that would apply to be developed in a Friday. For the rest of suggestions that take more time to be developed, they would sometimes be included in the roadmap to make sure that we develop them. But it always depends on the amount of upvotes that suggestion has. So go and make your suggestions and make sure that people upvote them if you want to ever see them in the game. Okay, I think that was the last. My favorites are Freya and Jade. Yeah, the next Celestials are like... And Raiders, well, I think you have already seen them in Eros Raiders, but they also look awesome in Eros Fantasy. Yeah, I think we have fifth code. What goes first, Alex? The fifth code or the next Raider spoiler? Last code first. Okay. Okay, last code is good night with zeros. Be careful with this. This is another of Alex traps. And by the way, I haven't claimed any of the codes. But and as I always said, the codes will be available only tonight. So in around 4 hours, less actually, 3 hours and a half, they won't be available anymore. So make sure to claim them now, and please don't share them in Discord or anything, because they are meant to be available only for people who watch us in this AMA. Yeah, Alex might have been evil with 1 0 and an O, but she was she was good. Good night. I will claim them later. Okay, so it's time to see the next raider. I think, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not wrong, not even patrons have seen her, right? I think that's what Alex told me. Okay, they haven't seen her. Okay, but is she available in Eros Raiders at the moment? Because I think she is, but I'm not 100% sure. I think so. Okay. Okay. I can't remember. I haven't played Raiders that much, and there are too many characters in fantasy to remember both games rosters. Okay. Here it is. Here she is. Opal. Yeah, zoom in. Be careful. Be careful. We are on Twitch. We get all the crazy looking ones. She isn't that crazy looking. She's very beautiful. Okay, we can see the two poses. She's a purple. Yeah, she's epic. She's the epic raider in Eros Fantasy. So, starting at rank 3, and a very powerful one. New Fab for Juan Esteban Orozco Rincón. Yeah, she's very cool. I really like her. Not to be my favorite in the next AMA. I'm sorry to tell you, but she's really, really nice looking. Well, she's coming in 2 weeks, September 13 or something like that, on Friday as usually. Let me check the date, but well, you have it in the events calendar in Discord. Yeah, 13th. So 2 weeks to have her your game. Is she water or light? I don't know. I can't remember. I think I can check it now. I can't check. I'm sorry, but I think she's water, but I'm not 100% sure. And yes, she's healer. She's healer. So I think it's a pretty strong team. And when the legendary comes, I haven't talked with Hauk about Opal skills, but I know some of the legendary skills, and I can tell you that Raiders is going to be a very strong team. What's her second role? I don't know. I could, let me check. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't ask you. What do you think of the new Raiders Mark's design? Because we did that change in hopes that it would be much more interesting and appealing, right? To use that team. I think it's really cool. I really enjoyed this portal using raiders. So what do you think? Is there anyone that doesn't like it? I get a lot of good feedback. That's great. Just hope every raider gets some kind of charge. Yeah, I think that's the idea. I don't know about Opal, but I know about the legendary. Not saying her name just in case. I'm constantly trying to tell myself, don't say her name, don't say her name, just in case. And the legendary also has some mark or charge mechanic, kind of. I guess Opal will too. Well, so 2 more minutes, just in case you want to say anything else. I'm glad to see that you really like the new Raiders design. Hopefully, with time, we will be able to bring more reworks to other teams that right now might not that be interesting or that much interesting to play, and get those super combos that we have now in Raiders. Okay, Eclipse, I'm logging off. And ask about the peanut butter banana. Yeah, I will try it with banana. Thank you for the suggestion. Thank you for being here. And see you next week then, Slow Dog. Will you guys be animating the character portraits sometime in the future? Asks Sheldon in YouTube. And yes, that's the idea. With time, to have hopefully every character with animated portrait. But well, of course, we have mentioned this in previous AMAs. We are prioritizing new characters, new content, over reworks and animating static images and all of that. So it might take some time for everyone to be animated, but yeah, we hope to have all of them someday. Brafiki Nakayama. What do you mean Nakayama? It's Nayamai. She doesn't do anything with it. Well, there might be some more reworks. I don't know. Haug has more information on that. Well, I think that's it. No more questions, no more comments. Well, let me check in 1 second. Legendary from Eros Fantasy in Raiders is Olin. Yeah. An epic. So we might expect to have an epic as our legendary in fantasy. I don't know. I don't know what rarity is fantasy's legendary in Raiders. I'm not sure, but it could be, because we have chosen 6 girls, not exactly at random, but kind of. I mean, they're not from the same team or element or whatever, and we are changing things from one game to the other, so they are not exactly the same. They don't have the same traits, let's say, in both games. They are pretty similar, but so it could be an epic. I don't know. Okay, so well, that's all for today. Thank you very much to all of you for being here as usual. I hope you had fun. I hope you had your questions answered. If there's anything else, we have another bot. Third one today. We are awesome. So what I was saying, if you have any other question, please remember that we are always reading you in our Discord. So join there if you haven't already, and if you haven't yet, and put your questions there. Put your suggestions there. Upvote your suggestions, and have fun with the event starting today. Remember, we have Izumi, we have Charlotte, and we have the Kaori Playroom rerun, which is one of my favorites, I have to say, because Kaori is one of my favorites too. So, good night, and thank you, Rixup, for that last message. I did my best. I hope it wasn't too chaotic. So thank you very much, all of you, and see you soon. Bye bye. You can cut, Alex. You can cut.